First and foremost, there's a reason why I call myself, or they call me Seun the Storyteller.
Action!
Because I find it difficult to put a tag to myself.
We are rolling now.
1 minute I'm a director, 1 minute I'm a writer, 1 minute I'm a producer, 1 minute I'm so many things. And then I realized that everything is boils down to storytelling. So I felt the actual name, one tag to me is to say I'm a storyteller. So, and as a storyteller, I have had the opportunity to collaborate with people on so many levels, from the writing stage, from the directing, producing stage. But the one that I love the most is when I'm on set, telling the story. And managing collaborations. Really, Nollywood is a growing industry, so there's no much money around. Yes, some people will say, oh, an industry, but I've been here for a while and I've tried to mingle with a few people, and I can say, yes, we have the numbers, but the numbers are not yet translating to money yet. You could have a film having 2 million views on YouTube, which is a huge number. And then when you get, at the end of the day, how much the film you make, it is not equivalent to the value of the number.
Do you think the distribution channel is an issue?
There's so many issues facing Hollywood, but principal of them all is distribution. Yes, people will say money, yes, but it's distribution, because even if you don't have money, when you know that if you make a good content, you are very rest assured that you will make back the money back. You would go extra miles to maybe take loan, go and meet your rich uncle, promise them everything like that, collect the money from there. You know that at the end of so month you will return it. But because we do not have adequate and sufficient distribution, so it's a dicey game. It is a game. It's a gamble. I have made films that had been on YouTube that I made 120,000 naira.
Oh.
I have made films that I did not make any money. Oh. And I have made films that I made something barely okay. So it's a dicey business. So the rest of us, the most of us doing it, we are doing it because we are passionate, and we believe that consistently, over time, it can get better. So distribution is a huge problem. We have the numbers, but the numbers are not really translating to cash yet. So distribution, for me as a filmmaker, making content is not a stress for me. I can come up with stories, and I have talented people around me who can come up to you and say, let's make this film. But my major problem has always been making back money invested in projects. So it has affected the type of content I make. If you watch my films majorly, you will see it's usually characterized with maybe 5 characters in one major location. Yes, I know how to do a film that there will be a grand party. I have scripts that I've written that had that element, but I can't do them yet because they are going to be capital intensive of money that I don't have, and I don't even have track record to go and pitch to somebody and say, okay, I've done this film, make XYZ amount, so I want to do this one, give me money. So I don't have those. So I try to cut my production, and it affects the type of story my audience gets to see. You will just see me making a film about 3 guys chasing up themselves up and down for over 1 hour.
Ìlú wa ìdá gan o. Ìlú wa ìdùn. Ó dá gan.
Okoto is a Libra TV original, and it was originally created by Mr. Lekon Wasifdin. And he had this idea, and he was working with Mrs. Kemi Imioye, who is the lead producer for the series. So they got in touch with me and we started talking. And myself and Mrs. Kemi Imioye, we sat down and we started fleshing up the story, creating the story, input from here and there. So it wasn't me saying, okay, let's do this project and call it Okoto. they reached out to me and they brought me on board and they gave me freedom. So I was able to, contribute so much. So in the real sense of the thing, in the actual sense of the thing, it's a Libra TV original. But my input as Seun the Storyteller came in on board too. And me and Mrs. Kemi, we came together and we fleshed up the story. So that's how we came about Okoto. And initially, I wanted the show to be called Omiran because all the characters were facing individual giants in their life. But the producers, especially the executive producer, have a different idea. And in the end, Okoto is actually the most apt title for the project. And I'm glad that I listened to them and agreed to call it Okoto.
So, okay, before Okoto, what were the productions that you did?
Okay, before Okoto, I had done personal projects with my own project and with some of my friends. I've done Onitemi feature films. I've worked on Awaladunde, who is like a family sitcom, a Yoruba family sitcom on African Magic. So I've done Awaladunde. Yeah, this is my bestie. This is the
Bend down,
producer.
say hello to the camera. So,
Okay, hello.
So this is Mrs. Kemi Irioye, my bestie,
Well.
my friend. Although we are fighting right now, but she's still my bestie.
He's my director, yes.
Yeah,
and
so
he's
this
good
is
at it.
the producer of Okoto the Series.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to be blown away when this project is out.
I'm sure. Thank you.
Thank you for bombing my interview.
so now, you've done personal projects, and then now this is Okoto. How would you measure the success of Okoto, the first season? Because I think we are currently shooting the second season. How would you measure the success of Okoto, the first season, as a director?
As a director, Okoto season 1 was massive. I got the call to do Okoto at the period in my career that I was having some personal issues. So there's a production house that I was working with or that I've done consistently projects with, and they were supposed to do a second season of another big show. And so it looks like they were trying to boycott me. They were not carrying me along and the agreement was not cool with me. Then Libra TV team reached out to me. So when I came in, I brought my 100%. Although I always go with my 100%, but this one I came with 101%. And it's just a passion project that we sat down in the four corners of a room and we cooked up this thing. So it was so huge for me as a person when the show launched and people launched on it. People took it even beyond, when I read the comments on YouTube, because the show is showing on Libra TV on YouTube, I was wowed, like, story that they were when we were shooting, we felt like we were just catching cruise. What that big thing about student project back in the uni, the people around making Okoto together, we were young people like myself. So it felt like we were just catching cruise. So when the show now launched online and people started talking about it, I was like, film that or series that or be catch cruise. And for every character, even the characters that had just one scene, and people loved it. People were like, the driver in the opening scene was opening scene 1, episode 1. Until date, people kept talking about the show, talking about the man and the character. So the success of Okoto was big beyond my imagination. I just felt, okay, Okoto is just another project. Let's do this one and move on to the next one. But when the show came out, people accepted it.
As a filmmaker, what's your own film dream?
My film dream will be that I want to make a film that is going to leave a permanent mark in the minds of the people. I want to make a film that is going to, ginger and aid change. The drastic change that, people talk about changes. I don't just want to make a film that will be a discourse, a film that people will just raise the issue. I want to make a film that someday people will say, I took this decision because I saw this film. And at the end of the day, I also want to smile to the bank. So that's part of my major film dream. I want to be very comfortable making films. I want to make money, make good money, to make films and take care of my family and friends.
Onion skin, Baba Deluba.
Yes.
Dagbo.
And Daba want to print a series. Daba look first character.
It's a privilege to.
One thing I've always done is constantly promote Ibadan in all my works. When I got to Ibadan, Ibadan accepted me, and I owe it as a point of duty that, okay, I need to show the world the glories of Ibadan. I was living in Lagos all my life. I never knew that I could live outside Lagos, but I got into Ibadan. I felt, okay, this is a big city also, and it's not as crude as I thought it was. So, and there are many people like me who would believe that other places, where they are is the best. So what I try to do is, with Ibadan, is the same thing that Babatunde Kilani did with Abeokuta. So some of the titles of movies I've worked on would include Harmony of Dreams, Harmony of Dreams, Tenitika, Knockdown, Yawa 1, Yawa 2 Ajakone, Dojo Terun, Flatus, Olawura. By the way, Olawura, the movie opens in cinemas April 1st, 2022.
Will you please be my wife?
Yes.
I'd love to live your life. Hi, good afternoon.
Ikú wa àjọkú, ìfẹ́ wa àjọlò.
Skyscraper can construct from Johnson's and you should just let it be. It will collapse. You again? What do you want?
Tẹ́tí ọmọ, ìkọ̀ọ̀kan lọmọ wọ̀ọ́yọ.
See, we don't belong to the same world. Fi mí sílẹ̀. Má lọ síbi tó ti wá kí mi náà wà láyé mi.
O ní bọ́m̀bẹ̀.
And I've worked on other big projects, other series like Jack of all Trades, Borokini, Àwọn Aládùndé, Okoto, Sweet Lolly, and the likes.
So are you from Lagos?
No, I'm not from Lagos. I'm from Kwara State, but I was born and bred in Lagos.
You schooled in Lagos?
Yes, the earliest part of my schooling, primary school, was in Lagos. Then I did my secondary school in Kwara State, in a boarding school.
Oh, which school?
Onyu Baptist High School. You know the Okin biscuits, the popular Okin biscuit. They have their factory right directly in front of my secondary school. When I was done, I had to move to Zaria, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So I studied theatre and performing arts in Zaria, where I finished from. Then relocated back to Lagos to try to get into the industry. Guys, báwo la yìí máa ń sọ náà? Èmi ni mo wà lórí set Okoto, mo wà pẹ̀lú Ayo Adams. And we are chilling here. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel is a beautiful channel. It is documenting and, you know, trapping time. It is projecting our common goals as a people. So please make sure you subscribe to Ayo Adams YouTube channel if you have not subscribed. And if you have subscribed, please copy this link, share it with your friends, like, post. This man is putting a lot into it. All you can do to support him is just, you know, press the subscribe button, press the turn up the notification button, and please share with your friends. Thank you. My name is Seun Afolabi. A lot of people call me Seun the Storyteller, and you can subscribe to my own YouTube channel too, at Seun the Storyteller TV. Seun the Storyteller TV, and you can follow me on Instagram at Seun the Storyteller. Thank you. Peace out.